Oof. Yes, sir. We're back with another video. I don't think it's been that long since my last video. Let me double check. I feel like I've been pretty decent. Yeah, 3 days ago. That's not bad. That's not bad. We're back with another video. This time, some Twitter shenanigans, Twitter antics. We're on Twitter now. Said that twice. It's whatever. And we're talking about Pragmata. So, Pragmata, sci-fi game, looks cool. Has like this cool gimmick where, from what I've seen, there's like this grid, right? And like you go through the grid, and then like if you go through the grid correctly, you then do bonus damage to the robots, and that's the gimmick. And then you also get like the sci-fi weapons and whatnot, upgrade those, yada yada. Cool game, seems dope. Will I buy it? Who's to say? But that's not the issue, or that's not the controversy around this game. The controversy around this game is weirdos. How can I word this right? Trying to put a weird, I think that's probably trying to put like a weird message around the game. I think that's the best way to say it, to be honest. So this game dropped. Then there were people online saying wild stuff like this game dropped because like the story of the game is like, there's this I believe he's probably like a soldier, a worker or whatnot. There's this android girl. It's kind of like a Last of Us, God of War 2018 type of vibe where you have like your buddy and you go on an event and you kind of go through the story mode with your buddy. And this buddy happens to be an android girl, kind of like, this father-daughter dynamic. That's kind of the gimmick, right? Cool. That's the story concept. That's moving the plot device. So, guys online were getting very weird about this, I should say, in like three different levels of it, okay? The first level being there were dudes saying, "Oh my God, this is going to erase years of leftist propaganda, right? And have the birth rates go up now because seeing this child, act like a child and whatnot, it's going to have men want kids and women want to have more kids as well. Crazy stuff like that. Now you're probably thinking like, how crazy do you mean, Mikhail? And now, bro, I got the freaking receipts here. We got all the receipts, bro. So, can I There we go. This one right here. So here's the guy right here. Pragmata is destroying years leftist programming and activating women's ovaries in real time. A wild tweet, mind you, about a game of you just being like a robot soldier dude, take care of your robot android shorty, doing adventures and whatnot. Yeah, she's cute, vibing out, but this is your mindset. This is like what you're thinking of. Then obviously Shorty called it out too, saying how it's sick and whatnot. But it doesn't end there, right? There's more to it. So on top of that, there's voice acting and whatnot. We know that when it comes to characters, you need a voice actor. You need to pay someone to voice act your character. That's how it works. If your acting skill or voice acting skills aligns to how they want the character to be, they'll hire you. So people online figured out that a black woman voice acts Diana, the little android girl, and then all of hell broke loose, bro. At that point, people were tweaking out because they were first praising this game, loving it, saying, "Oh my God, this is going to fix birth rates. Women are going to want more kids." And now all of a sudden, it's like, "Yo, what? A black woman's freaking voice acting a white android child? That's not right. That's DEI." Mind you, when it comes to voice acting, it's about who voiced the character, how the artistic direction wants it. You know what I mean? And again, for this game, it's kind of weird how like all of a sudden once you figure out it's a black woman voice acting this character, now all of a sudden your anti against this game is DI. And mind you also, throughout all the video games, voice actors don't really align with the nationality of the characters. That's is cool if it does that, but usually they try to pick like a very good voice actor to play them. Case in point, we'll use God of War from the PS2 to PS3 era. So we'll use God of War 3. That was voiced by a black man, no complaints. You know what I mean? No any complaints about that. Samurai Jack, voiced by a black man. Everyone loves Samurai Jack. You know what I mean? These are characters voiced by black people portraying people who aren't outside their race. Because at that point, the logic would be like, oh, well, why don't we just hire a child voice actor instead? Like, that's too expensive. Oh, even better, freaking Ben 10 is voice acted by Tara Strong. And Tara Strong is a woman voice acting a 10-year-old boy. Or did people, I can't speak. Will people tweak out about that too? It's just like, that's such a crazy thing to be upset about, but it also just shows like how crazy I'll say these right incels are. I feel like this is kind of this demographic right now. These people who are dropping these messages and whatnot complaining are these right incels. And it just makes no sense. You're finding something to complain about. And then on top of that, the racism just gets even heavier too, which I will show. Because it's been insane. I want to drop this video a while ago, but I have been busy. But I got time today. That's one of my favorite. I got time today. And another thing right here. So here's the same dude, because remember, oh no, that's these are my likes. What is this? Nice. Anyway, where was I? Did I just close it? I don't think I did. I think I closed some Control Shift T. I did close something, yeah. Okay, there we go. So right here, he was praising the game like, oh my god, this is great. Then finds out, oh, they're Netflixing voice actors now. Again, she's a voice actor. That's how voice acting is supposed to work. And then turns to find out this dude's the same guy who was upset about a shorty cosplaying a freaking character from Freerun, Shorty herself. So again, like just people being racist and upset that a black woman's playing something, and especially when it comes to cosplay too, you would think when it comes to cosplay, you're supposed to, dress up as a character you want to dress up like. Yes, skin color doesn't matter, but if a white woman would dress up as, Freerun, people wouldn't complain all because like, oh, that's just an elf, it doesn't matter. But her being a black woman, not being the same skin tone, at that point you complain. It's just crazy stuff like that, bro, that's been going on Twitter. And there's still more, man. There's still more. Man, oh man. Well, no, I think it's just me just defending. Oh, yeah, like, here's him again saying, oh, I'm going to defend Diana forever because he loves his character so much. Like, oh my god, this child is the best thing in the world. And then again, learn that she's a black woman, everyone's starting to tweak out. What else did he say? Sticking to the lefties, celebrating fatherhood. Then the moment a black person's, oh, yep, they flip their shit. Speak it. Let me just close the tab so I'm done with them. I could close this. Talked about her, so we could close that tab. Talked about this racism, we just close that. Close that now. Oh yeah, again, start a family, have kids. Messages have been seen. Again, clipping people out of context. People who just enjoying the game, vibing out with Diana, but like they're trying to make it their message of like, oh yeah, we're gonna get kids back and whatnot. Oh, and then this dude right here just made like this whole racist thing right here. And then Japanese people are calling these guys idiots. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Because again, her voice acting is pretty good. Like if you hear clips of Diana talking, bro, like the voice actor is doing like a great job. Like it sounds like a child, bro. Like she's doing her job. And again, no one had any complaints because the crazy thing is, let me transfer back. Like if they were to play through the game the first time, and be like, oh, that's a black woman voice acting her, and clocked it immediately. Still doesn't call for racism, but like, fine, you clocked it, fine, whatever. You could be like have your whole racist tirade or whatnot, and he's like, oh, this is why you should have hired a white woman because I could automatically tell it's a black woman. But the fact of the matter is, you did know this was a black woman. You were playing this game thinking this is the best game in the world, and it took you going practically reading the credits or whatnot to figure out like, oh, this is a black woman playing this person. Now I don't like the character anymore, or I don't like this game as much because of DI hire, or how they say DI hire of a black woman voicing a white child. Insane work, man. Insane work. Going back. Yeah, this is just me right at this point, bro, because this kind of blew my mind. There was another one. Oh, yeah. I said there were 3 layers to this, alright? So the next layer of this, I'll say, Pragmata drama would be freaking weirdo. I'm going to just call these guys pedophiles, hopping on this game and just being extremely weird. I wish I could find the tweets, or I probably could, but like I already like trying to scroll through and like my PC reset like 2 different times, and it took way too long. It's like pretty downline my list. It's whatever. Point is, there was guys online saying, yo, Diana's way too attractive, bro. They need to make her more unattractive. And then there was another guy saying, like, I don't like how they fixed the jacket where you can't see underneath it anymore. Like, it used to be like you could kind of see more of her legs. Weird stuff like that, bro. Like, mind you, this is a child, and your first thought is like, oh, dang, this child is way too attractive. And then, like, this is like a 2.5 of that, or going in more into that. There were guys also hopping in and saying, "Oh, yo, listen, who wants like they want to make like a lolicon of like Diana too." It's just like this game is kind of exposing weirdos for sure. Like you're exposing the racist weirdos, these right incel weirdos who are like, trying to be like, "Oh, yo, listen, I'm gonna get, a girl pregnant now because I played this game as a father." Mind you, we had like games like freaking Death Stranding, which had like that same concept, but more, I'll say, that's what I'm looking for. Not high stakes, but more artistic with it. You know what I mean? Of fatherhood and whatnot. But again, that was probably way too much. Probably too much for their IQ to handle. I don't understand that storyline, but it's like very much in your face father-child instead of like a very thematic, artistic way of doing it. You know what I mean? That's why they probably weren't really into Death Stranding. But here you go to Pragmata, and it's like, it's just so weird, man. It's just such a weird thing, and the internet is just filled with weirdos, and I just don't like that. How you see this game with a child, and you just vibing with the child. She's like your cool little android buddy, hiking the robots for you, and your first thought is like, dang, bro, this child's pretty attractive. Then on top of it, you got the lollies too, just or lolly, whatever that freaking demographic's called. Those guys too being like outwardly saying she's attractive, but then having like the backpedal or the excuse of like, well, she's an android, so me being attracted to an android, it's not really an issue. You know what I mean? Or the other excuse would be like, well, because like how lolicons work is they like younger animated women. And on top of that, like their excuses would be like, well, she's like 1,000 years old, but she looks like a 10-year-old. So like me having a crush on her isn't weird at all. And it's like, you're not attracted to her because she's 1,000 years old. You're attracted to her because she looks like a 10-year-old. And it's the same here with Diana. You're not attracted to her because she's an android. You're attracted to her because this looks like a 10-year-old girl, bro. And you're just weird. And it just blows my mind how people on the internet, how people like this exist, bro. It's just so foul. And like, they need to be, if you know what I mean. And that's just in point, to be honest. That's just in point. And I know what you could do at that point, man. Like, ban them from the internet? Probably not. I say check their hard drives, to be honest, because they might have some crazy stuff on there. But Jesus, bro, like, all this drama off of a pretty cool sci-fi game, but people just had to make it weird. And that's really what this video is about, bro. Just calling out people being weird on the internet. But I will say, I do appreciate seeing how all these guys are getting backlashes. Like, if you saw the tweets and whatnot, like, it's people calling these guys out in the comments, like, hey, yo, bro, these are guys weird and whatnot. And actually, harpooning those guys or copying on those guys. But at the same time, those guys were comfortable enough to post that on the internet and then have their followers like that as well. You know what I mean? So there's already there's still a sad issue to see. Like, this guy was comfortable enough to post all this weird, racist, gross stuff. And then on top of that, his followers were like, hey, yo, listen, you're speaking facts right now, guy. Like, you know what I mean? It's just such an insane, the internet's insane, bro. It really is. It's a real shame that this game has go through all this drama because of weirdos. Well, yeah, they do have to go through drama, bro. That's just, they're still gonna make their money, but like, man, bro, like having this as your fan base or like part of your fan base being weirdos, that's unfortunate. The same thing went on with Freerun too. Like a bunch of racists just really gravitated towards Freerun. I don't know why, but they just did. And it's just, man, bro, it's unfortunate. But hopefully that'll stick away from you liking the game. I was like, if it's a good game, please enjoy it. But just know that they're sadly weird as a part of the community. But excuse me, that was a burp. That's it for the video. Just a quick little ranty do because, man, that's been on my mind for like the past few days. But again, I've just been busy, had a time to drop a video and whatnot. But here I am dropping the video in full context. A whole 14-minute rant, Lord in heaven. But yeah, that's it for the video. If y'all enjoyed the rant, the talk, please like, subscribe, and all that great cool stuff. Until next time, you guys, okay?